Last night, the UFL playoffs got started with a pair of overtime thrillers. Cincinnati came back from 3 down in the final minutes and eventually kicked the game winner. Dakota came back from 10 points down, and Rick Kuhn recovered a fumble to advance the Rhinos. What will tonight have in store as the UFL playoffs roll on? Coming up next, the Austin Lone Stars shocked the UFL world and won a topsy-turvy Southwest Division. Their prize, hosting the reigning Ultimate Football League Great West winners, the Los Angeles Aztecs. Out east, the Miami Pirates locked down the #1 seed. Can they lock down the Milwaukee Stags in an expected gunslinger shootout? Later tonight, the Tennessee Ramblers and the New York Lightning are two teams that started slow and found new pieces down the stretch that have worked to perfection. Which team's momentum will continue? And it's the Battle of the Cats Part 3. Fresno meets San Diego once again for the right to move on. It's the UFL wildcard round, and it continues next, right here on VFN. Welcome to Austin, and welcome to Miami, as the Great West and Great East wildcard playoffs roll on. Alongside Eric Vinson, I'm Cameron Irvine. We're ready for 4 more great matchups here on VFN this afternoon as both Austin and Miami run out of the tunnels. And for these teams, super excited about how their seasons have gotten to this point, Eric.
Yeah, absolutely, Cam, and thanks for having me along as always. We have been waiting for the playoffs all season long. It is finally here. Had some great matchups, 4 interesting matchups last night, including 2 overtime games in the first block of games. We'll see if we got that in store for us tonight. But as far as these matchups go, Los Angeles, they've got all the tools in the toolbox to bring themselves to another championship. But Miami, they've been looking good, and they might be a team of destiny, winning 4 overtime games in the regular season.
We are underway in Florida and in Texas, 2 football hotbeds. As Eric mentioned earlier, or just now, the Miami Pirates 4-0 in overtime this season. It's crazy. You can look at it one of 2 ways. Either Miami could easily be 7-9, or you can look at them, as Eric said, as a team of destiny. Rob Crone's first pass is incomplete, and the first run not to Isaiah Fowler for Los Angeles, but instead the backup, as LA loves to give the ball to Fowler. Second most carries in the league behind just Payne Price of San Diego, who we'll see later tonight.
Yeah, second most carries in the league, and a ton of yards on top of that as well. Coming in with over 1,300 yards on the ground to pair with 7 touchdowns. That's a ton of volume.
Thrown on second down, completes that one, but Isaiah Fowler's got the first. You know, Los Angeles, a couple of runs here early. Austin, the #1 rushing defense, averaging just 3.4 yards allowed, which is a little surprising. You wouldn't think Austin being the top run defense in the league.
No, and that's not necessarily a name that jumps out at you as a top defensive team in the league. But sure enough, that's how they ended up winning their division and hosting a wild card playoff game, as Fowler gets a carry right there, only for a couple yards.
Thrown on 3rd and 5, has a completion over the middle. That's first down to Terrell Cooper. This Milwaukee-Miami matchup is nuts because both Adam Wiseman and Rob Crone led the league in touchdown touchdown passes. What, 3 hours? Only 3 hours left to go, Eric. But both led the league in touchdowns, and then Buck Wild and Mike Churchill are their 2 superstar receivers. I know that they're not ever going to be on the same field at the same time, but it should be a fun matchup as LA's sticking with the ground game.
Yeah, definitely. And you're looking at this ahead of time as Miami gets into the ground game there with the carry for Boletsky. There's so many different names that jump off the page for the Pirates, and they're all in top 5 of their respective categories. And then you've got Milwaukee, who obviously they love to spread the football around as well. They love to throw the football. Wiseman is a typical gunslinger. And we got 2 teams that follow the same offensive mindset playing in a playoff game. It's a recipe for either success or disaster. We'll see what happens.
Another run for Los Angeles on 3rd and 2. That's 4 straight runs. It's almost, Eric, like LA's trying to flex their muscles a little bit on Austin, say, I see your 3.4 yards a carry run defense, and we're just going to focus on attacking you on the ground. So is Miami. Boletsky's got a first down. Here's another run. That's the 3rd different back with a carry on the opening drive for LA. They pick up 3.
Oh, and the other thing, too, that might be going on here is that LA is just, they know that they have a primary back in Fowler who's going to run the football, and he's going to have success doing it. Go ahead and run the football early. You know you have your weapons in Iggy Turner and Miles Morales-Woods. You can go ahead and take the top off the defense at any given point in time. Go ahead and run the football and start things off.
Now they're going to have to throw as Chase Petrovich makes the tackle in the backfield. Rob Crone's pass complete to Terrell Cooper, his second. So a third down coming up for Los Angeles. It'll be Marco Swift's first pass of the day unless they run a draw or something. Miami's inside the 30 on their opening drive.
Looks like Crone going to go ahead and fire it over the middle inside the 10-yard line. He's got Buck Wild. That's going to be a first and goal. Meanwhile, Swift going to throw far sideline. That's caught. That's going to be a first down.
16 yards to Miles Morales-Woods. There's Buck Wild's first catch of the day, down to the 3-yard line. So Miami, Los Angeles, the favorites, the teams with the star power, and so far it's looking like it here in the UFL wildcard playoffs.
And it's always fun when you get both games giving you, tough plays to kind of keep an eye out for. A tough third down there for Swift, his first throw of the game. First catch for Wild, getting into a goal-to-go situation. Now both of them lined up, ready to go.
Another catch for Miles Morales-Woods, and on first and goal at the 3, Miami will try to be our first team to score today. That is over the middle, and that is a touchdown. A little flip over to a slot guy for the Pirates, someone we don't normally talk about much. The 5th wide receiver, Quinton Watson, on the depth chart, ends up getting Miami's first touchdown of the season. That's wild. Didn't have that on my bingo card, but now you have a 3 and probably a 7 coming up.
2 quintessential numbers that we want off the bingo cards right away, as LA in the red zone now with a man in motion. Gonna go right up the middle to Fowler, and not a whole lot working there. Miami first team on the board, and we'll see exactly how many points we get out of that game, Cam, because we talked about it. Wiseman's going to want to throw the football a lot. Churchill is a main target to watch out for in that game also.
Yeah, no one wanted that touchdown to be from 3 yards out, I'll tell you that, because they knew they were getting that 3 somewhere else. That is Iggy Turner, 13 yards for the score on a little slant. Marco Swift put it right out in front of him. Turner's in the end zone, and LA takes up nearly half the first quarter and scores on their opening drive.
Iggy, let me see you celebrating in the chat, man. I know that you've been looking for it, and there it is right there. Perfectly placed ball by Swift to Turner. And that's exactly what you're looking for the Aztecs. And you touched on it, Cam. More importantly, they chewed up a ton of clock in the first quarter of action. And Austin, not necessarily one of those teams that is going to light the world on fire with their offensive progression.
11 play, 75-yard drive. LB coach in the chat. My favorite sim league ever in the playoffs now, LB. As Los Angeles and Miami, the 2 favorites today. 5.5 points for the Pirates, 3.5 points on the road for the Aztecs. Neither one of these matchups took place in the regular season. And so it's an all new look as Adam Wiseman will drop to throw for the first time today. That is complete out of the 48-yard line, a pickup of 16. That's his tight end, Dallas Wright.
Yeah, and Dallas Wright is a huge part of this offense. Unclaimed tight end, by the way, and Dallas Wright, but he's tight end number 1 on the depth chart, and you'll be finding him catching balls over the middle of the field. That's his bread and butter, just working a little out route there towards where the linebackers are for the Pirates, and a good start there for the Stags. And
I think the question for Austin and Milwaukee, 2 very young teams, 2 teams that did not finish with a winning record, teams that may just be a little more happy to be here, a little bit less expectation. How do you deal with being down 7-0 before your offense even gets the football?
Yeah, and that's a great question. We're going to find out here as Long's going to go ahead and throw to start things off. Tough throw and a deflection and catch right around the 40-yard line. That's a good start.
Man, Nico Rightway, what a gift of the deflection. Oh, that's got to make Austin feel pretty good.
Talk about a team of destiny. I mean, if you're going to be making catches like that in your first play in the playoffs, I mean, shoot, might win the whole damn thing. Another great throw on the side. Okay, Jesse Long coming out firing already into Los Angeles territory there.
Mike Woodstone on a little wheel route. Meanwhile, back-to-back 2-yard losses for Rocco McLongfellow. Milwaukee struggled to run the football. You saw last night Phoenix had 0 rushing yards, which was a UFL low. Milwaukee trying not to fall into that trap, but 3rd down and 14, they're going to have to throw. Wiseman dropping a throw against some pressure over the middle. Dejon Wright, the team's leader in receiving, is all the way down to the 15-yard line. Another reception for Wright, and Milwaukee's in the red zone.
Big plays. We've been waiting for the big plays, and there they are right there. Dejon Wright right over the middle. Look at that. Just beats the man in the zone coverage right there, right up the middle. No one to speak of. And meanwhile, Austin having trouble running the football, and here's hoping we don't have a repeat of last night with 0 rushing yards as the final tally.
Woodstone crushed by Michaela Foraker up front. She's an MVP candidate. People have been talking about her and her outstanding performances this season, and then Austin gets a delay of game on top of that. McLongfellow on the carry picks up 2.
Yeah, and Foraker is someone that you want to watch out for with that defense. I mean, a legitimate MVP candidate, 21 sacks in the regular season, just an absolute monster in the middle of that Aztec defense, and certainly someone that you want to watch out for. We wouldn't blame the Lone Stars if they ended up with 0 rushing yards going up against Foraker in the middle.
Long going to hand it off to Woodstone. Not much there. 3rd and very long. Coming up, and McLongfellow gets a 1st and goal at the 4, finding some space off that left side. Milwaukee continues the drive.
And we've seen Milwaukee, at least I have, in a couple games this season where they're in back and forth games, and it looks like it's going to be one of those, who has the ball last kind of deals, and we might be getting that right here with this playoff matchup. And Wiseman's going to hand it off right up the middle to McLongfellow. That's going to be a touchdown for the Stags.
And 4 yards out, long, deep. Oh, I thought he had a wide open receiver, but well covered down the field, nearly picked the drive, will stall out. Marion Turner, who has been playing spectacular football over the last month, makes the play, and McLongfellow gets a rushing touchdown for Milwaukee in a game with Adam Wiseman and Rob Crone, who combined for 68 touchdown passes this season. A rushing touchdown for Milwaukee to start things off, and we're all tied at 7. 8-play, 74-yard drive, 2 drives, 2 touchdowns in that one. Austin punts on their opening possession, and they shank it out of bounds at their own 34.
And this is exactly what we were anticipating there down in South Florida. I mean, just a shootout between those two teams. McLongfellow, 6 rushing touchdowns during the regular season, add a 7th right there, 1 in the postseason. But we'll see if how long Austin can hang tough, because as of right now, it looks like LA is just playing with its food.
Fowler, or excuse me, Swift, you did that to me, Eric, in pregame.
I did do that.
It's Iggy Turner for the 1st down. Turner's all over the field, 29-yard reception. LA right back into Austin territory.
I did do that. I'm so sorry, Cam. But yes, no, that's a great spot, and thanks for making me look good there, Marco, with the deep pass there, just almost affirming that you're playing with your food. Go ahead and just throw a deep ball there to Iggy. He's already got the touchdown grab, and now they're quickly into Austin territory.
Austin's got to stop the bleeding a little bit here as Jesse Long looks on from the sideline, hoping to get back out there. With the way that LA's first drive went, he could take the entire rest of the quarter. They hand it off to Fowler. It's a late flag. Not really sure what that's for. It's a hold.
That'll be a nice little gift there for the Lone Stars there as the Pirates start to get things going, getting close up to midfield off of that one there, or that pass to the tight end, Bovine Jr.
His 2nd catch for 19 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 20 after Fowler doesn't go anywhere on the run, so LA quickly in a 2nd and long situation. 1st down for Miami. Rob Crone slinging it again, and it is in and out of the hands of Bovine Jr. LA tries to run again. Fowler off the left side, but Austin quick to get him. Pickup of just 4. 3rd and long coming up for LA.
And last time they had a 3rd and long, they converted it fairly easily. 2nd and 10 here for the Pirates. And they're going to hand it off to Boletsky, shifty guy as he gets close to the line to gain, up near midfield. Third down for the Aztecs. Swift wants it deep. He's going to the end zone and a little bit too far for the intended Iggy Turner.
I thought there was no way that Turner was going to catch up to that, Eric. And then right at the last second, I thought, ooh, maybe he might. Maybe he might. That dude's got some wheels out there. Boletsky's going to pick up the first down, falling forward on third down and 1. Look how much bigger Iggy is to Austin's number 1 corner, who's just 5'8", 178. And their second corner is 5'8", 181. Austin has some of the smallest corners in the league. That could pose problems and issues with them trying to keep up with Iggy Turner, 6'7", 229.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I mean, when you're almost a whole foot taller,
That's
your number 1
ridiculous.
wideout, almost a whole foot taller than your number 1 corner, that's going to cause problems as it's an incomplete pass there from Crone, intended for Bovine, it looked like, along that near sideline. Austin with a crack of the football deep in their own territory, though.
Long to throw and fires. First down to the 30-yard line. And another small but mighty player on the squad, Angel Maldonado, also 5'8", 203, making that reception. Austin certainly not the biggest team around. Long, 6'1", 225. Mike Woodstone, 6'1", 198.
So it's a team of mighty mice, basically, that we got down there in Austin, is what you're saying, Cam.
It just, listen, the facts, the numbers. Although Davian Grady, who I'm surprised that, he might be a candidate for Austin to develop more in the offseason. 6'8", 275, just a little raw. Jesse Long is sacked in the backfield by Cameron Kearse. A loss of 10. Austin's going backwards, and Milwaukee gets the first stop of the day in South Florida. That punt is shanked out of bounds at the 22-yard line.
Yeah, punter's not looking good so far. I know last night with all of our blocks, we had some great punts last night, but not carrying over so far here. But Kearse, great sack there on Long to go ahead and put them back. Austin, again, they're not known for their offensive progression. They don't get going in a quick manner. As we get a carry there from Longfellow in the Milwaukee game for a couple of yards. Long got to go ahead and scramble, though. He's got plenty of space, and he'll slide near the 30-yard line.
Don't see a lot of that from Jesse Long. He's not necessarily the running type. And by the way, overcast skies in Miami, clear skies in Austin, but no wind expected to impact either of these games tonight. 3rd and 14 for Austin, but the end of the quarter is there. 2nd and 10, 20 seconds to go in the first quarter in Miami. They'll hand it off to McLongfellow. He'll try to stretch it out left, and Dexter Murdoch puts all of his weight on him. And McLongfellow with an odd stat line, 7 carries, 10 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, and it looked like he might have had an opportunity to go ahead and make a play as he stiff-armed Ron Haynes as Jesse Long throws it near sideline there, near the near hash, and that's close to midfield. Another first down here for the Lone Stars on their second possession here.
Nico Rightway, now he's got some size, 6'3", and he very similarly to Iggy Turner kind of catches that inside route, perfectly put out in front of him. Long's off to a pretty decent start. 3rd down and 10 for Milwaukee. Deep shot, Wiseman, caught by Churchill in between 2 defenders of the Miami 39.
Absolutely mossed him as Long wants to go long, and that one a little bit over the outstretched hands of the receiver. But look at this catch here. Just mossing 2 defenders, coming down after he gets a helmet in his hip, and still able to get a couple extra yards after that. And that's the threat that you get from Mike Churchill, and that's why this game is going to be one to certainly watch out for, as Long is going to complete that one over the middle. No, it's going to be dropped. Incomplete, 3rd down.
That disappointing result there for Austin will bring up 3rd down and 10 as McLongfellow gets 4 yards. That was Micah Steiner on the coverage for Miami, one of the safeties picked up halfway through the season, but could not make the play on Churchill. Long delivers a completion on 3rd and 10, but it's going to be too short of the first down, and Austin will have to punt. There's Marion Turner again making a play, and McLongfellow dropped in the backfield again. 13 yards on 9 carries will set up a 3rd and 8 for Milwaukee.
Yeah, and that's going to be a big opportunity for the Stags to see if they can go ahead and take advantage of the situation here, forcing a punt, probably not going to get a ton of those tonight, just given how these two offenses operate, and see if you can actually get some points on the board and maybe take the lead. Meanwhile, Austin having trouble with getting those big plays and getting those conversions when they need them.
Austin punts. It's a good one on the sideline and still able to return it up to the 15-yard line. 3rd down and 8 for Milwaukee. Wiseman drops to throw ahead of the sticks. 1st down to the 23-yard line. 5 of 5 for 117 yards. And this time, Wiseman hits the 4th receiver on the depth chart, Reggie Parrish. So I believe Parrish, Churchill, Wright, and that's Dejon Wright and Dallas Wright, all with a catch here in the first half. Wiseman spreading the football around. That's Steiner on the tackle.
Yeah, Wiseman's doing a great job with spreading the football around, and that was a great blitz pick up there to enable Wiseman to go ahead and find the open receiver there, and that's what Milwaukee's going to have to do to keep themselves in this game, as Wiseman's going to go ahead and throw a crosser there. That's Churchill near the sticks, and it looks like LA going to take a delay of game penalty.
6 of 6 for 126 yards now, 3 of those to Churchill, and both Swift and Long with some delay of games, as both teams maybe a little shaky at the start, trying to get the cobwebs and the nerves out.
It's playoff football. You got to go ahead and shake those nerves out for sure. But setting them back, 2nd and 15 now, keeping it on the ground to the fullback. And it's going to be maybe the penalty yardage back. So we get a 2nd and 1. Whoa. Ooh, that was a strange one. Trying to find Churchill coming back to the ball. I don't know what that play design was, but that was down at his feet.
Looked like maybe a little in screen to the receiver, and Wiseman just rushed it. 3rd and short. Now 3rd down and 10 for Swift. Has to take the check down. Austin's defense delivers. Inside broken tackle. 14-yard score from Milwaukee. Dejon Wright, the Stags have taken the lead.
And Milwaukee doing a great job with taking what the defense is giving them. Dejon Wright, another big play over the middle, this time for a score. And they took advantage of the defense getting the stop against Miami on the road, hostile environment in the playoffs, #1 seed in the playoffs as well. It's going to be a knockdown, drag-out fight here for these Stags as they take the early lead here in the 2nd quarter.
So LA's got a punt. Milwaukee takes the lead in Miami. All 4 home teams won last night, although 2 games in overtime. Very scary moments as both Dakota and Cincinnati trailed in the 4th quarter. And it didn't look good, especially for Dakota, who was down 13-3. They had almost no momentum. They put a drive together, and man, I don't know how they managed to pull that one out.
No, I didn't either. It was one of those things. Vegas had all the momentum. They were getting to the quarterback. They were really disrupting Dakota's offense completely as Woodstone gets buried in the backfield there on that carry by Scruggs. And you know, somehow the Rhinos pulled it out, and that's what great playoff teams do. They'll pull out wins, especially at home when they're expected to.
Now, while Austin, while Austin leads the league in yards per carry run defense, Los Angeles gives up the least amount of yards on the ground, 74 per game. And so far, just 1 rushing yard for Austin. Woodstone, -5 yards on, or 5 yards on 3 carries, I should say. Long is going to take off and run again, and LA had the spy. That is Waller coming down with the sack. 3rd and 15 upcoming. There goes Bullet Boletsky in the open field. So shifty. 40 yards in the first half for the Pirates.
Yeah, my math isn't all that great, but that averages out to about 5 yards a carry, if I'm not mistaken, and that's pretty good if you're a running back in professional football. And Bullet Boletsky, he is very shifty. He will take care of the football. Just old school type of running back. He will make sure that he's got 2 hands on the football, but he'll go ahead and he'll pop a move and break your ankles if you're not careful. And it looks like Milwaukee anticipating a run here on this 1st and 10. Instead, it's going to be a pass. Crone looking for something. He's going to be sacked.
Hooks with the takedown, and then Long deep on 3rd and 15. Cannot connect. Austin has been taking their shots. They're trying to see if they can get LA in a one-on-one situation, and that time it's just double coverage looking for right way as the safety came over to help Marion Turner, who was in lockdown coverage once again. And how about Hooks coming on a little DB blitz for Milwaukee? We know that Carnes can get to the quarterback, but Staggs mixing it up.
Yeah, a little blitz there on 1st and 10, bringing up a 2nd and 17. Now they're going to go back to the ground game, and Beletsky, a couple little moves there. He'll get maybe the sack yardage back, maybe a little bit less than that. Much better punt this time for Austin, and a return out across the 30-yard line. And that's what we were talking about, Cam. It's going to be difficult for Austin to really kind of maintain this level with a team like LA if they're not converting those deep shots that we've seen.
Yeah, where are they going to get their points from? How are they going to string together drives against this vaunted defense? They have not figured that out so far. Rob Crone over the middle completes that one to Green. His first catch for 21 yards. Crone's been throwing it all over the yard as well to a variety of different receivers, and Swift throws to a wideout standing out of bounds. Whoops.
Well, I mean, I like the play call there for LA. Just, Svengros was wide open to kind of start things off on the boot. And, Swift kind of took his time a little bit there. He's going to go back to the ground game. Fowler has plenty of room off tackle. He'll get near the sticks. Crone going to throw near sideline, and that's incomplete near the numbers.
Little scissors concept there for Miami, except the scissors jammed. And Crone ended up throwing it in the dirt. No one was there. 21st offensive play for Miami so far today on 3rd down and 1. Fowler's got the first down, and Austin's past midfield. Crone's going to deliver to the Miami sideline, but it only goes for 1 yard. So 3rd down coming up for Miami.
Yeah, and this is going to be a big 3rd down here, especially given how this game is going. You know, Milwaukee's starting to kind of hold tough with their defense. They already forced a punt on the last possession here for the Pirates. So now Crone on 3rd and 9. He's got plenty of time. He's going to fire it, and he's got a first down out across the 25 near the 20-yard line. Mark him down at the 21. That's going to be a first down for Miami near the red zone, and an opportunity to draw even in this game. Meanwhile, fresh set of downs for the Aztecs, as it's going to be another carry from Fowler for a couple of yards.
11 for 46 now for Fowler, and another guy, TJ Drennan, making a catch for Miami. Crone has probably hit 6 or 7 different receivers now. Drennan with his first catch for 17. Miami's just outside the red zone. A floater from Rob. Woo! 2 different players there playing ping pong, and then a penalty and a pick in Austin. But what is the flat? A pass interference going to wipe out the interception. And Los Angeles have the ball on the Austin 37-yard line. Tough call.
That is a tough call. Jerron Swain, just really not a whole lot that he could do as Beletsky gets buried near the line of scrimmage, trying to make a play, and interfered with the receiver. Fresh set of downs, and Swift is just going to throw it out of bounds near sideline.
So 2nd down coming up for Los Angeles. 5.5 to go in the 2nd quarter. Still just 7-0 off the opening drive, 136 to 56 in total yards. And still just 1 rushing yard for Austin as they've struggled to establish the line of scrimmage. Fowler goes backwards. That's that number 1 run defense. That's McFadden, their top defensive lineman.
Meanwhile, approaching the 5-minute mark, Miami. Crone throwing another rainbow ball into double coverage, and that's incomplete. Man, he's got to stop throwing those type of balls. They want to stay in this ball game. Now it's a 4th and 11. Going to have to go for 3, but he could have gone somewhere else with that one, Cam.
And looking for Watson, and I wonder just how much Poppy Coles is influencing this game right now. He's the shutdown corner on the other side of the field, and Crone seems to be looking elsewhere as that 39-yard field goal is good for Miami. So 10 and 39 off the board. In Austin, Los Angeles comes up 4 yards short, and it looks like they'll have to kick a field goal as well.
And it'll be a lengthy field goal from where they're at, probably around a 47-yarder. We saw a couple long field goal attempts last night as well, and not too many of them went well from 50-plus. Usually the 45 to 50 range, most of our kickers are pretty okay, but this one from 47, and we'll see if they can make it a 10-point advantage. And this one, a low knuckler, and it is off the crossbar and no good. Stoinkage!
Stoink from Los Angeles from 47. He just didn't get enough of that. Didn't get all of that. JMK Gamer, 1965. I'm a first-time viewer, he says, in cheering for Miami today. What a time to be a first-time viewer on the Virtual Football Network. The UFL playoffs, the inaugural UFL playoffs in our second wild card night. We've got LA and Austin, Milwaukee and Miami right now. We've got Tennessee, New York, Fresno, and San Diego later. I'm Cameron Irvine, he's Eric Vinson. And the scores from last night in the lower left-hand corner of your screen. Jesse Long is sacked again. That is Walker this time with a takedown. McLongfellow's in the open field. First down, picking up 11 yards for Milwaukee and a first down.
Man, and that's a backbreaker there for Austin. You've got yourself an opportunity after the stoink off of the field goal post there. You get an opportunity to maybe drive down the field and break even in this game, in a game where, you know, LA has just really controlled the football. And you get a sack on first down. Meanwhile, complete opposite. Milwaukee with a great carry. First down right away for them. Both games approaching the 2-minute warning here. We're in the 4-minute mark. And both quarterbacks going to pass, both quarterbacks going to complete for a couple of yards.
And both of the sacks, or a lot of the sacks that Jesse Long has taken tonight, Eric, have been on first down. And so it's put them behind the sticks from the get-go and put a lot of pressure on Jesse Long, and that is one of the biggest reasons why Austin is a goose egg right now. 3rd and 15 for Jesse Long. Now a penalty marker. Long is going to take off and run. It's probably a hold. He gets crushed at the 35-yard line, and it is a hold, and Austin is in disarray right now, trying to figure out LA's defensive front. It's 3rd and 5 for Milwaukee.
Just absolutely nothing you could do there as Wiseman got to wind up on 3rd and 5. Wide open receiver into Miami territory. And that's another good catch from Scorch Henderson. We haven't called his name a whole lot, but old Fergus, it's his first catch of the night.
Wiseman is now 10 of 11, and you know, Miami's pass defense, not the best, 10th worst in total yards given up. You know, if you look down the list, they're kind of middle of the road in terms of the yards per attempt allowed. I mean, it's not a great defense in Miami, but they're getting carved up right now. Swift deep down the field, gets to the 39-yard line. That is Turner again, who has been the best player on the field of either offense.
It's kind of wild. You know, you're watching this game, and I touched on it. LA has just had all the momentum in this ball game, and yet somehow it is only 7-0. And Austin is holding their own on defense. Their offense, like you said, the last possession, complete disarray, trying to figure out something offensively to combat this defense. But Austin's still in this ball game. Meanwhile, Milwaukee on a 2nd and 12 pitch play to McLongfellow, and he'll get buried right at the midfield stripe. It'll be 3rd and long for the Stags.
They're trying everything to get McLongfellow going. They just can't figure it out. First down, play fake Fowler. Nice play call. Deep shot down the field, one-on-one coverage, and it's just overthrown as Austin had a man out there. And besides Iggy Turner, Austin has defended LA quite well. That's probably why they're in this game. 2-minute warning in Miami. A huge 3rd and 14 coming up for Adam Wiseman. It has been all on the shoulders of Wiseman so far, as Fowler is crushed in the backfield. Petrovic not only took on an offensive lineman, but then took on Fowler 3rd down.
Great play from the linebacker to bring it to the 2-minute warning as we hit 3rd and 14 here. Wiseman, good clean pocket, gonna check it down over the middle, and not a whole lot of opportunity there. So now the Stags will have to punt, clock rolling. Both teams all 3 timeouts, and a crucial 3rd down now for LA.
3rd and 13 for the Aztecs, up 7-0. Austin looking for a stop in a surprisingly low-scoring playoff matchup between the Lone Stars and the Aztecs. That punt down inside the 5 in Miami. Swift lets it rip. One-on-one again and again. Austin is there to make the play. That was Fowler out of the backfield. And Austin will get off the field once more thanks to their defense deep down the field.
And that's 5'11" Brent Owen in coverage out there, and able to just time it perfectly and knock it away from Fowler. And when they motioned him out of the backfield, I was watching it and anticipating they were going to go his way with a one-on-one matchup. Great play there from the Lone Stars to go ahead and keep themselves in this ball game. Great run by Boletsky, who gets blown up.
That was Cash Cruz with an unbelievable hit. And a good punt from LA. Downs Austin at the 16-yard line. You're about to see a montage of Austin trying to figure it out and failing in the Texas. The Texas, you just hate that.
At least
you hate
you
when
warned
you're not
him.
even
At
in the
least you
second
warned
half
him.
yet. You got a bad montage going your way. Screen to Boletsky, and he'll only get to the back to the line of scrimmage. Milwaukee all over it.
Yeah, and both teams, it's looking like they're pretty content with just going ahead and running the offense, seeing what the clock does, not really calling any timeouts. As long, got to get rid of it. Gonna just throw it away far sideline. Crone now on 2nd and 10, gonna throw it near sideline. That's some toe drag swag from Buck Wild on a first down.
And Miami has all 3 timeouts and 30 seconds left, so they can do something with it. Another empty play for Austin on first down. So now Long on 2nd and long. Standing in his own 16, he'll motion Woodstone out of the backfield just like Fowler in the previous Los Angeles possession. Long goes middle and nearly threw a pick. That probably should have been taken away. Now 6 of 12, 3rd and 10.
I couldn't tell which linebacker that was, but shoot, all of the Aztecs linebackers are so darn good. Is Crone going to throw it middle? Incomplete into double coverage. That was near the midfield stripe there. 3rd and long now, handoff to Woodstone, trying to find any sort of room, and he'll get it out to the 20, timeout for LA.
Yeah, Austin basically just wanting to burn one of Los Angeles's timeouts. Just didn't feel comfortable deep down in their own territory, trying to sling it as Crone again tries to deliver down the field, but cannot. 11 of 19. Crone a little bit inefficient in the first half. It'll be 3rd down for Miami.
70, Indy.
To be fair, that one looked like a bit of a drop here, but big 3rd down, 20 seconds left. You got all 3 timeouts. You got ability to work. As Boletsky going to go ahead and motion out of the backfield. We've seen that from virtually every team in this block. Over the middle, catch is made, timeout Miami.
And they still have 2 left with 16 seconds to go. You know, at one point, Rob Crone led the league in completion percentage. He actually finished 11th this season, which is kind of surprised as his numbers slowly dip throughout the season. You know who was number 1 in the league in completion percentage, completing 75% of his passes?
Do tell.
Jack Brown of Motor City. How about that? Didn't even make the playoffs. Pass intended for Buck Wild, incomplete. 2nd down Miami, 12 seconds and 2 timeouts left.
Man, and Motor City had themselves a nice little tail end of the season as well. Almost got themselves into the playoffs, but that stat is certainly of no surprise because Jack Brown played incredibly well during that stretch. As Crone is going to go ahead and set up 2nd and 10, under 10 seconds. He throws a pick! Going back the other way, and it's going to be just shy of maybe field goal range. 5 seconds. Milwaukee might be able to get some points, and a big play over on the LA side as well, under a minute to go.
Yeah, 51-yard field goal potentially upcoming. Lars Bazar beats Mac Waller. Rob Crone threw it right to Kesnick Ross, who had a monster play in the Motor City game. Kesnick Ross, a part of some upgrades to the cornerback unit of Milwaukee from a couple weeks back, makes a huge play, and with 5 seconds left, no field goal just yet for Milwaukee, which is a little surprising, but 51 is not a guarantee. Milwaukee does not have a great kicker. That pass is caught, and they run out of time. Dejon Wright almost broke away. Eric, he almost had it, but that's the end of the first half.
Oh, that would have been a hell of a play by Dejon Wright to get into the end zone after that play. Good throw there from Swift. Morales Wood still on his feet, getting near the 10-yard line. Timeout Aztecs.
So Los Angeles has an opportunity. You know, I can't fault Milwaukee there. You think, oh, 51-yarder, but I mean, Milwaukee really has struggled with their kicker. Adam Wiseman will tell you in the chat, our kicker's not very good. And hey, Dejon Wright almost turned that into total something. 199 super chat from Skippy, who we taken on in the next round. Talking about Salt Lake. Get to that in just a second. As Swift, with 25 seconds left, just throws it out of the back of the end zone. So Salt Lake would take on the lowest seed remaining in the West. Now Dakota won the other game. They're the 3 seed. So It's not going to be, let's see, what do we got later tonight? 2 versus 7, right? So it could be the winner of Los Angeles, Austin. It could be the winner of Fresno, San Diego, depending upon how it all shakes out. That would be Salt Lake's next opponent. 2nd down and 10. Swift will, again, have to just fire that out of bounds. 16 seconds to go.
Good defense by the Lone Stars, just making sure that they are with everybody. And Swift just nowhere to go. I mean, this is just a wild game that we're witnessing here in Austin, in the state capital of Texas. 3rd and 10 now. Swift again trying to find somebody, and there's nobody. It's a sack for Austin.
And Austin has to feel good about that, because coming into the week, the Lone Stars focused on their red zone defense, trying to limit LA to field goals instead of touchdowns. Wiseman gets absolutely hammered and almost completed a beautiful throw down the field to Churchill, just his 2nd incompletion. Man, I can't believe Wiseman got the stuff on that football. But Austin trying to hold LA to field goals. They did not hold them to field goals on that opening drive, but they get the stop here. A 39-yarder is good for LA. They'll take a 10-0 lead into the break. And can you believe it, Eric? That is our 2nd 39-yard field goal on the night, a dupe number.
Not a dupe number. $2 super chat for Marco Swift. Let's get it, LA. How you feeling, Cam?
How do I sound? It's, you know what? Last night I felt okay, and then today started, and my body said, are you doing this again? You're not going to do this again, are you? I thought this was a one-time thing. Henderson with the catch, 1st down, Milwaukee.
Really, it truly is just a testament to your body, Cam. You know, fueled by Mountain Dew and Taco Bell, I'm sure.
I've never tasted Mountain Dew in my life. That's Mike Daggs, who apparently is addicted to Mountain Dew. What kind of sad life do you have when your addiction has become Mountain Dew? That's rough.
That's dad life.
So I mean, I guess it's better than other things. End of the first half in Austin, 10-0 Los Angeles. Austin has no momentum, 0 momentum, Eric. They have done nothing. I, quite frankly, cannot believe they're only down 10. That's a testament to their defense.
Absolutely. And I mean, you're looking at the stat total as they hit the half, and 100% their defense is keeping them in the game, as Wiseman has a pass just dislodged there for his intended receiver. You know, I don't really know what else to say. Austin's defense is really doing everything they possibly can to keep the Lone Stars in the game.
3rd and 7 for Wiseman to keep the drive alive into the sideline of the Miami 34. That's Henderson again. 223 yards for Adam Wiseman passing. I think that's more yards than LA and Austin combined in the first half.
I think you are correct, and we fully anticipated that from Wiseman coming into this game. $1.99 super chat from Skippy. What shirt you wearing, Cam?
Philip Phillips concert shirt. He's a good
Philip
dude.
Phillips?
Yeah, he's a good dude. It's a nice Majestic Theater, San Antonio, Texas. It was a great concert. I think that was my last concert that I've been to. Dejan Wright, 1st down.
Shout out Philip Phillips. Didn't think we were going to get that on the broadcast tonight. Go ahead and mark that off in your bingo.
Usually I'm in some mosh pit somewhere, but it was a little chill that night.
Yeah, Austin's got to get some sort of momentum going on in the second half, Cam. I mean, they cannot sustain this type of game with LA and all the weapons they have collectively, offensively and defensively. And you touched on it. Jesse Lawn is just getting absolutely obliterated in the backfield, and he's doing it primarily on 1st down, which means they are now set back against the schedule as Mick Longfellow gets carry for no gain.
Jasmine Swift says she loves Philip Phillips. Hey, it was a good concert. I was impressed with the musicality of that performance. So, yeah, it was good. You should go see him. 2nd down and 10, 8:45 to go in the 3rd. And McLongfellow is dropped. 15 carries, 20 yards, and a touchdown as Etuk brings them down. A huge 3rd and 11 coming up for Milwaukee. Feels like they've been in 3rd and long all day.
Oh. Meanwhile, 2nd and 7, Woodstone again obliterated right near the line of scrimmage. Give them a loss. And Walker getting in there, making the stop. TFL.
Picked up and thrown down. LA doing whatever they want. Wiseman, back to pass, clean pocket, end zone, and it is incomplete. Almost picked. That was an acrobatic attempt at an interception, but it'll be 4th down, Milwaukee. 3rd and 9 for Austin. Jesse Long, cut! Nico Rightway breaks a tackle down the sideline. 69-yard touchdown, Austin!
That's a really nice touchdown there, Nico Rightway. Look at this. Nice little lob pass, avoids initial contact, and finally, Austin is able to get some sort of big play. They've been looking for it all game long. Here it is. Great job. Milwaukee adding a field goal to make it a 7-point advantage on their end. But man, it's all about the Lone Stars. They are jumping there in the state capital of Texas.
More yards on that play than they had in the entire first half. As Austin now back in this thing. A 3-point ball game, 10-7 early in the 3rd. That was a 41-yard field goal for Milwaukee, 41-17 off the board.
Don't look now, Cam. 1-possession ball games, both of them right here. We got some more extra football in us tonight? Maybe?
We might. Another pair of 1-score games, and even last night, the Dallas game notwithstanding, even another game in prime time was very compelling. I mean, Phoenix just could not execute in the red zone, but they moved the football. They kept the pressure on Salt Lake, and they kept things interesting all the way until the end. But a pair of 1-score games here right now. Miami a little bit up against it, maybe a little upset watch. We'll see what they do on this next possession as Crone throws it outside. That is complete, but only a gain of 1 yard.
Yeah, Miami's going to have to get themselves into gear. I think they're playing a little bit on their heels. Meanwhile, LA, first play of their possession here following the Austin touchdown. Swift wants to go deep into coverage, and that's somehow caught in a sea of bodies along that far sideline. It's a catch on a 1st down, 20 yards to Morales-Woods.
Miles Morales-Woods says, bro, I got you, because Miguel Morales-Woods was the man that missed the tackle on Nico Rightway. So Miles Morales-Woods actually steals it from Iggy Turner. Somebody watch out for Iggy on the sideline. Look, he was going for the catch, and Miles says, I got it. Oh, no. Oh, he thanked him. He thanked him. Okay, it's all,
he thanked
all is
him.
well.
He thanked him. All is well. We're fine. Everything's fine.
Drennan's got a 1st down for Miami on that catch.
Carry there for the Aztecs for a couple of yards. Bring it up 2nd and 5. Oh, man, we're having fun tonight, folks. Hope you guys are having fun with us tonight.
44 watching right now. Another pair of 1-score games in an exciting UFL playoffs as Rob Crone drops to throw on a 1st and 10. Fires near side, wide open. Bovine Jr. Another 1st down to the Austin 35-yard line. Lars Bazar with his 2nd catch now for 51 yards. LA mad about that Rightway touchdown, and they are moving quickly down the field.
Oh, yeah, perfect route there to Bazar as well. And Bovi Jr., again, getting free. He's had a few catches here tonight and always manages to kind of work himself free along the sideline. He's that type of player. So Miami and LA both got something cooking here. Both with 1st downs. Both near opposing 35-yard lines. Run play for Miami, only a couple yards. Swift, wide open receiver, good catch. Morales-Woods again, 1st down Aztecs.
Wow, Marco Swift has just decided to put this game on his back and is taking over. This is his best drive of the day, easily. And Austin better get right quickly. 2nd and 7 for Rob Crone as he drops to throw, and it is off the hands of Buck Wild. A rare misfire to Wild, 3rd and 7.
Yeah, that's a big 3rd and 7 right there, because it's going to be a long field goal for the Pirates if they're not able to get a little bit of yardage there. Meanwhile, 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Swift, play action, checking it down. Bazar with a couple of yards. Crone, wide open man inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
I don't think we had this all night. We've got both games in the red zone. Bovine all the way down to the 19-yard line. Man, they were coming after Crone, and he finds the wide open receiver. So Miami and Los Angeles, just like we started today, as Will Shackelford made the tackle. Just like we started today, the two favorites on the move on drives here to start the second half.
Similar positions, as you mentioned, both in the red zone. What do we do? Crone, 1st and 10, looking, checking it down. That's catch, and that's near the 10-yard line. Mark him down at the 11. 2nd and short coming up, and a 3rd and about medium coming up for LA.
Cooper with the grab, and yes, DJ, you are the only lower-seeded team, actually the favorite in the ball game. 3.5-point favorites over Austin. 3rd down and 6 for LA. That is Swift, wide open, looking for a block down to the 2, and then Beletsky down to the 3. 1st and goal for LA and Miami simultaneously, as Beletsky's got 69 yards.
Give us the tutties. Give us the tutties. Come on. At the same time, we want to see it. Both of you guys, come on. Give us the touchdown calls. Simultaneous touchdown calls.
Man, I'm really glad you said tutties. 1st and goal with the 3. Handoff, Bourne, nothing. I got maybe a half a yard. 2nd and goal as Milwaukee looks for a goal line stop. Both teams with the football. Well, Miami is trailing. LA is leading. 1st and goal at the 2. Swift. Watch Crone for me. Swift going to hand it off to Fowler. Nothing.
Beletsky, nothing on that one. Stonewalled right at the 1-yard line. What are they trying to do to us, Cam?
Mike, I mean, they're trying to explode the broadcast here. It looks like Miami's going to go first.
And up diving Beletsky into the end zone. There's a touchdown, and it's Tuddy.
2nd and goal now from the 3 as Beletsky gets potentially the game-tying score. Fowler puts it left and scores. LA answers Austin's touchdown with a touchdown of their own, and the Aztecs will go up by 9.
Just how we drew it up, Cam. You know, both teams in the red zone, both teams inside the 10, inside the 5. Okay, now we're both going to score. All right, here we go.
17 apiece, 12 plays, 71-yard, 5-minute, 29-second drive on their opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Miami and Milwaukee all tied at 17. LA up on Austin 17-7, putting the pressure back on Jesse Long. That was a 9-play, 80-yard, 4-minute, 14-second drive for Los Angeles.
Those were 2 huge drives from both of those offenses right there. Miami to go ahead and get themselves back at even par with Milwaukee at home towards the tail end of the 3rd quarter. And for LA to go ahead and actually put the foot on the gas and be like, no, Austin, this is not that type of game, okay? We're going to take control back again, and you guys are going to like it. So now we'll have to see how the Lone Stars respond. It is still only a 10-point game, despite the fact that LA has really had the majority of momentum throughout the entirety of this game.
I mean, Austin's only had one play, one good play.
True.
And that's kept them in it. So can they keep consistent? Miami now leading Milwaukee in total yards, 263 to 257. Neck and neck in Florida in the 1-8 matchup in the East. You can see Mike Woodstone just 1 yard on 6 carries. Austin has 129 yards of total offense. Long to throw on 1st and 10, and at least this time they get some positive yardage on 1st down. Draw to McLongfellow, who's had some decent bursts in this game. Will make it 3rd and 2 Milwaukee.
Yeah, McLongfellow just really hasn't gotten himself into space, and his stats definitely show that tonight. As back to the gun for Long on 2nd and 7. He's got a completion. That's right way, and that's going to be a 1st down. Ooh. Meanwhile, McLongfellow almost got to the sticks. I think it's going to be a 4th down, though. Yeah, 4th and short.
Etuk comes out of nowhere and makes a tremendous play. And that was actually Nance with the carry for Milwaukee. There's the red line, and he did not get it. Another positive 1st down play for Austin as Jesse Long's really gotten into momentum here on this drive in the third quarter. I think that long touchdown pass gave him some confidence.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're seeing a different offense here for the Lone Stars. After that big touchdown play, they're not taking negative plays on first down. They're taking what the defense is giving them. This is going to be a big run here for Woodstone. Great block that sealed the outside. Little juke move there down at the 32-yard line.
What I'm telling people around the league this offseason is blocking on the outside is key. Watch the tight end pull. Just crushes. That is a beautiful play. Woodstone looking for some extra blocking down the field, but he didn't really need it. He was in open space. But these wide receivers, these tight ends, you can run a lot more plays if you can block on the outside. Austin showed they could there. 1st and 10 at the 32 for LA as Long goes over the middle, and an absolute spearing in between the hash marks from LA's defense will make it 2nd down and 10. Miami can't hold on to that attempt either. 3rd and 5.
Back and forth we go, almost to the end of the third quarter there in South Florida. Meanwhile, Long with a 2nd and 10. He's got a motion man. Getting deeper into enemy territory. That's a carry. Good move there for a couple of yards. Crone over the middle, throws a pick. Going back to Milwaukee, and that's Cash Cruz coming up with the clutch turnover there towards the end of the third quarter.
Cash Cruz blows a kiss to the hometown fans. Says, how do you like me now? Watch Crone over the middle. I could see what he was looking at. He had Wild kind of right in front of him. 3rd down and 8 for Austin. And Long forced a check down. It's a fumble. Recovered, but back at the 34-yard line. Woodstone got crushed. And now Austin might be outside of field goal range. Wild stuff as Woodstone got lit up by Foraker.
Oh, my gosh. Caleb Foraker. The man has a family. He has a family. Will you chill out? Oh, my goodness.
What did Josh Zirkle text you this morning after he was done with the 4 wild card games? We'll get to that in a minute. It's a 51-yard field goal for Austin. It is good, and the Lone Stars creep back only down by 7 with 2:41 to go in the third, even though Michaela Foraker is murdering people out there.
Great balls of fire, but no, Zirkle asked me if I ate my Wheaties this morning because, man, it is an absolute monster to deal with playoff football. Not one game, mind you. We got 2 games, and we got another 2 coming up right after this. I'm hype. Are you hype?
I'm hype, and I think I'm hyped for Michaela Foraker's birthday, apparently, in the chat. She'll have to confirm. Just want to make sure. I want to be throwing out birthdays. Adam Wiseman, 15 of 20. That was a 3rd down and long throw. And they're on the Miami 35. They did not attempt a 51-yarder. This would be a 52-yarder as that pass was a little behind Dallas Wright. He took with another great play.
And we did get confirmation. Apparently it was last week.
Oh,
but either way, happy belated, Michaela.
It's over.
Happy belated. Don't listen to him.
How long are you going to milk that? 52-yard field goal for Milwaukee. They are going to try this. And the kick is good.
Wow.
Reed puts it through, and Milwaukee takes the lead.
Wow. I mean, first of all, it takes cojones to not only avoid the 51-yarder, but 52-yarder. Yeah, sure, we'll go ahead and we'll go for that. And then on top of that, you're going to go ahead and just fool around and make it. I mean, absolutely insane. Great field goal there as Swift is going to get tackled for a sack. Anderson getting in there. Big play for Austin, forcing a 3rd and long. Milwaukee now up by 3.
DJ, I'll sing on a super chat. And apparently it's Ellie Diomas' birthday today, says JW. And Ellie plays in the second block against Tennessee in that big-time matchup. That is probably the most highly anticipated matchup of this wild card round. Tennessee and New York playing some of the best football in the league, as our spam bot also wants some attention.
Ah, yes, we love the spam bot. Swift on 3rd and long here. He's going to fire it over the middle, wide open, and that's a backbreaker for the Austin defense. You let Iggy Turner get open again. 4 catches, 83 yards, and a touchdown today.
Turner continues to ball as Rob Crone has a clean pocket, going deep down the field, underthrown and almost picked off again. Already has 2 today. Crone now 17 to 31. It'll be second down.
I wish I had a stopwatch for how long that football was in the air. That was an absolute rainbow toss. I was waiting to see a leprechaun at the end of that one. And Swift got to fire that one a little bit too much sauce on that incomplete. $9.99 super chat from Skippy. Sing!
See, DJ was supposed to, happy birthday, not to Michaela. Happy. That's totally worth it.
What a jerk. What a jerk.
Isaiah Fowler with the run. You know, with Skippy, when she first started listening to broadcasts, it was colorful language, but basically she said, who's the jerk on the calls of these games? He's a menace. He's a menace. Thank you for the super chat, Skip. 3rd down and 3 for Los Angeles, and Los Angeles is stopped in the backfield. Fowler thrown down behind the line of scrimmage. Another big play from the free safety, Brent Owen. 4th down, LA.
He made that huge pass breakup and one-on-one coverage on Fowler on the little wheel route there. This time, getting into the backfield. That is a huge 3rd down stop to give Austin the football back, being down only by 7 as we creep towards the 4th quarter here.
You ready?
The 3rd quarter in Austin. Look at Dallas Wright. 1st down to the 48, picking up 24. Listen, it was a $9.99 super chat. I felt like she needed a little bit more.
I got you.
I don't even know what to say, especially after you gave me so much flack for the Backstreet Boys as Long throws that one near the sticks on the far side of the field.
Listen, Austin's got a 1st down at the 29. They get the stop. Milwaukee, they are up 3, and they are now driving around midfield. Dallas Wright with the catch. Jesse Long back to throw on 1st and 10. He's going to loft it over the sideline, and he gets the pick. A disaster for Austin.
Oh my goodness. And that was Tayshawn Young. He is 6'2" at cornerback number 4 on the depth chart, but he is able to locate that perfectly. Falls on his keister before falling out of bounds. I can't believe that Long even threw that football, honestly. That was a terrible throw and a huge interception there in a crucial part of the game for the Aztecs.
And Hill is not a check down guy that's going to do anything really with that anyway. That's the first turnover of that game. Now 3rd down and 5 for Milwaukee. 9:15 to go in the 4th quarter. Wiseman trying to keep the drive alive, and he almost looked like he lost the football on his way out. He's lucky that went to nobody. Flew out of his hands, and now it's 4th down.
Yeah, that was an uh-oh ball for sure. It looked almost like he was wanting to pull it back in, and then it just didn't happen, and now it's incomplete. Meanwhile, LA starting to move the football down the field. Miles Morales-Woods with another catch there. He's been great tonight, and a punt for Milwaukee.
That's Shank too, man. We have not had the punting we had last night. Rob Crone just 5 of 11 for 57 yards in the first half. Miami trailing in the 4th quarter. Marco Swift on a play fake, 1st and 10 into the end zone, and Theodore Blackman almost came down with an interception. Whoa.
Meanwhile, oh man, Crone throwing another one there. Looked like he could have possibly had a man open, but instead going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10 here for Swift, going empty, 4 wide. Swift gonna check it down. Nowhere to go, bottled up right around the 5-yard line as Crone is back to the air quickly. He's going to unleash the dragon again into traffic and incomplete.
Crone is now 17 of 35, and I think he's missed 7 straight passes, if I'm remembering the stat line correctly, when he was 17 of 28. Now it's 3rd down and 10 for Miami. This is 3rd down and 4 for Marco Swift and the Aztecs, and out of the back of the end zone, that pass gets away from Marco Swift. Crone tries to take off and run on 3rd and 10, and Kobe Carnes with the sack, a top 5 sacker in the UFL, makes a monster play for the Stags defense. Austin's D forces another field goal, a 22-yard variety. That kick is almost blocked. How did he get rid of that one? And LA goes up by 10.
Oh, I was waiting for that one. Bobbled snap, and you're just holding your breath, anticipating it. Here it comes, and somehow it gets away. But either way, that is a victory for the Austin defense, able to hold LA to 3 points. Now down by 10 again. Whole fourth quarter to operate. Got to keep that offensive momentum going. We've been seeing it a little bit more here in the second half. You got to possess the football. Can't take all day, obviously, but you got to possess the football, keep it away from LA.
DJ Kilgan in the chat saying red zone scoring was a previous issue LA addressed. It's slowly coming back into view. Well, on the flip side of that, Eric, which makes this league so fascinating, that's what Austin worked on this week, red zone defense. So maybe it's a little bit of both as Austin holds to a field goal and at least keeps things interesting with 9:57 to go in the fourth quarter. Now it's 2nd and 8 for Milwaukee. They have the lead in the football. 7:43 left, and Longfellow is decked. Rip QB with the tackle.
And this is a tough situation for Milwaukee to be in. With it being under 8 minutes to go, you want to go ahead and choose some clock. Meanwhile, Miami going to go ahead and be aware of that. They're going to get into the backfield and cause disruption. Long, meanwhile, for Austin, going to check it down to his tight end, and that's going to be a short gain of maybe a couple.
Now that's that big man Grady, and he's raw but talented. 3 catches for 17 yards today. Interesting to see what Austin does with him in the offseason. 3rd and 9 for Milwaukee. Wiseman slinging it deep, and it's way over the head of the intended target. That's incomplete, and now the Stags will have to punt as Austin's got a first down. Angel Maldonado with the catch down the sideline for a move of the sticks. Over 200 yards now for Austin. And both Wiseman and Crone in the second half have not been able to provide us with the shootout that we thought we were going to have, Eric, with 7 minutes to go.
No, it definitely went stone cold as we hit the second half, and now it's just a couple of back-to-back punts here and there, and that one, wow, it actually went out of bounds before the end zone. There's a good punt there, Cameron.
Pass caught for Jesse Long. I want to take another look at that. Oh, it skipped sideways.
Wow.
That's one of those golf shots. Did that really hit the tree, like, after all that?
Tree wood.
2nd and 4 for Austin as Jesse Long is in trouble and is able to throw it away. 1st and 10 at the 2. Handoff. Boletsky gets out of the shadow of his own end zone to the 11-yard line with under 7 minutes to play.
Yeah, Boletsky is just the perfect back to have on your roster to get yourself out of those situations. I can't tell you how many times I've seen the Pirates backed up in the shadow of their own end zone. Boletsky able to get out of there as Woodstone able to take the screen pass there and get a crucial first down, I should say, for the Lone Stars. And there's another first down for the Pirates to Buck Wild.
Finally, that stops the streak of incomplete passes, and actually Winters, the backup, comes in for Austin to give him a little bit of a lighter presence in the backfield, and he's quick. Wow, what's a crap on second look. That's a fantastic stiff arm, and Austin able to get down inside the Aztec 35-yard line. Long, 1st and 10, has the ball in the red zone, and LA trying to strip it out, cannot do it. Crone deep down the sideline, another overthrow. Hill with that last catch, only his second, but Austin has a first down to the 19-yard line.
Austin's starting to cook a little bit. Got to watch out for him. Meanwhile, Crone trying to get a handle on his arm here, just overthrowing a whole bunch of different receivers here, faced with a 2nd and 10. He's going to just check it down here for a short gain. In the red zone now for Long on a 1st and 10 as they hit the 7-minute mark in the fourth quarter. 5-step drop. Long in trouble. It goes down. Guess who?
Her first sack of the day, which is kind of surprising. Foraker drops for a loss of 6. That is Buck Wild with a first down. Crone now 20 of 39 as Miami starts to move the football. 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. The number 1 seed in the East, down 3.
And we anticipated a game like this. We probably anticipated more of a scoring shootout than we really got as the second half kind of went cold. But this is the type of game we anticipated from this 1-8 matchup as Long going to go ahead and check it down. That's the tight end getting near the sticks, or the original line of scrimmage, I should say. And it's going to be a 3rd and long. Crone, 1st and 10, throws near sideline, incomplete, again overthrown.
What is going on with Crone tonight in the second half? Just wildly inaccurate. 4:39 to go there. 3rd down and 10 for Jesse Long. Just gets rid of it, and it's caught inside the 5, down to the 3. Did you see Long's neck get snapped back? Angel Maldonado with the first down. Crone on 2nd and 10, takes a dump off, and will pick up 3. No huddle for Austin.
Long in the pocket, got a wide open man. Good pursuit there from the LA defense. As now Crone setting up in the shotgun. Approaching the 4-minute mark in the fourth quarter. Crone, got to get rid of it. Gets a good block. Throw. Almost threw a pick.
2nd and goal at the 1 in Austin. Handoff Woodstone on a draw. And Los Angeles stops him again. 3rd and goal at the 1 coming up in Texas.
Sweet Christmas. The Lone Stars have to get it in the end zone here. I know you're down 10 points. You can go ahead and kick the field goal if you really want to, but you really want the end zone here. Under 5 to go, 3rd and goal. Jesse Long, end zone! Incomplete. He almost threw a pick. I thought he threw it.
Now what do? 4th and goal at the 1 as Miami just had the punt with 4 minutes to go.
Whew. I wasn't aware that my voice could go up that octave. Wow.
Oh, that pass was almost caught off the deflection. Right there.
Oh, my goodness.
They had it.
Well, they're going to go for the field goal. I don't necessarily blame them there as Milwaukee gets a big play near midfield. 18-yard field goal, chip shot, up and good. So now just a 7-point ball game. Austin will play defense like they have all game long against these tough Aztecs.
They're going to need a stop. So does Miami, as both teams leading their respective football games will have the football with under 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Hugo continues to go throughout the duration of these games, and coming up in about 17 minutes, Fresno, San Diego, Tennessee, New York in the second block tonight, and the 4th and final block of the UFL wildcard playoffs. We have 2 nail biters here as Tigner gets his 3rd carry. Milwaukee trying to drain some clock a little bit. 2nd down and 9, 3:08 to go there. Austin is kicking it away. They'll need a defensive stop with 4:45 in Austin.
Wiseman going to throw a screen pass, and it's a fumble. They're going to rule that a fumble, and Miami is going to rumble for reservations for 6. Take it back to the crib, my man. Touchdown, Pirates.
And that was Jaquelin Roberts, the second safety, a whiffed block, and then Henderson lost it on his way back down. Initially, Eric, that looked like a forward pass, but then on the review, it definitely looked like backwards. And look at Churchill, he whiffed. You have to block that guy. Mike Churchill's their best player, and he missed the block. You got to block that guy.
Absolutely insane. Scorch Henderson is a speedster as well, and we talked about it. We talked about how important it is to have your wide receivers and your tight ends laying blocks. We saw it in the Austin game with that huge block on the pull, and we see it right there, the complete opposite of what can happen if you don't make your blocks. And now Miami, somehow, some way, on top at home with just over 2.5 to go.
Miami has had, as that was a 53-yard fumble return, Miami has had no momentum here in the second half, and all of a sudden, they lead the game by 4. Meanwhile, look at 3rd down and short. Isaiah Fowler is stuffed. Petrovic has had a great game, and can you believe it? Eric. Austin got the stop, and they're going to get the ball back down 7.
Oh, my goodness. Go ahead and buckle up, folks. It's about to get real here. Down 7, 3.5 to go in Austin. Milwaukee down 4 with the ball, about 2.5 to go in South Florida. Oh, it's about to get juicy.
Churchill in the chat. Churchill's fault. Got it. Look, you missed the block. What do you want to say?
We got to call a spade, man. I mean, you saw it. Come on, man.
We go right way, 5 for 119 and a touchdown. They're going to need more Nico Magic as Milwaukee now down 4 with the football. Austin and Milwaukee both trailing, both with the football, under 4 minutes to go in one-score games in the UFL Wild Card Playoffs. Could you ask for anything more, Vincent?
No, you cannot, Cameron Irvine. Both teams in the gun now. 2nd and 4 for Jesse Long. Got to get rid of it. He's going to throw it near sideline and incomplete. Meanwhile, completion for the Stags along their near sideline by Wiseman, and it's a first down for Milwaukee.
That's Churchill trying to make up for the missed block. 320 of the 354 Milwaukee yards have been passing yards. That was Churchill's 4th catch. 3rd down and 4. Jesse Long going to air it out deep, and that one is way overthrown and definitely was not open. Ah, man, Jesse he just looked like he wanted that from the beginning, and now 4th down. I think he got a punt with all 3 timeouts.
Yeah, I think that's the right call to go ahead and punt. Meanwhile, Milwaukee, fresh set of downs in Miami territory. 2-minute warning approaching. Wiseman over the middle, another catch, and another one by Churchill. No, excuse me, it's DeJuan Wright. He's over 100 yards on a touchdown.
And it looks like we got a Hugo, Cain Vasquez. Yeah, 2nd row. How about this, Eric? He had 7 numbers, and 5 of them were horizontal in the 2nd row.
Unbelievable.
That might be the best Hugo of the season right there. I mean, you can't get better than that.
I wish I had that type of luck playing Hugo, because I know I don't. As we set up a first down right at the 3-minute mark for LA. They're buried in the backfield. Swift going nowhere. 2-minute warning now for Milwaukee as they are near the red zone trying to retake the lead.
Fowler just 61 yards on 21 carries. That's about 3 yards a carry. And Austin's defense has stepped up against the run. They are the real deal. 1st and 10 for Milwaukee at the Miami 23 as Wiseman will throw to the bottom of your picture. Caught by Dallas Wright. 21 of 28 for 341 for Wiseman. That stops the clock on a 2nd down and 7. 2nd and 11 for Los Angeles. Down to 2:20 to go. They'll hand it off to Fowler. Fowler looking for some open space to the 41, and Austin will call timeout. They need to get a stop.
Yeah, that stop is crucial right there. Like I said, I think they made the right call going ahead and punting the football away to the Aztecs. Got to go ahead and make sure that you get the football back. That's going to be a huge 3rd down, especially if you can call a timeout. You'll have 1 left in your pocket, 2-minute warning. Meanwhile, over in South Florida, Wiseman, 2nd and 7. He's looking for something, and he almost threw an interception.
3rd and 5. Los Angeles going to throw. It is behind Lars Bazaar. 4th down. Austin's defense does it again.
Best case scenario for the Lone Stars, able to hold on to 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. Stags, Wiseman, 3rd and 7. Down, throws a pick. Interception at the 5-yard line. Graham Jr. Unbelievable.
Back-to-back turnovers for Milwaukee on back-to-back 4th quarter drives. And look out! Austin almost blocked that punt on a bobbled snap. It's a beautiful punt. Austin will have a chance. But Wiseman throws his first pick of the day. And Jesse Long in the 2nd half, 15 to 21, $179 and a touchdown. We'll try one more time. Now Milwaukee's got to get Miami off the field.
Meanwhile, Austin is driving. Long from the gun. Good clean pocket. He's going to step up and run. Has some blocking, and we hit the 2-minute warning there. Beletsky going to go ahead and run the football just past the line of scrimmage. First time out. Charge to Milwaukee in that one. Woo! Catch your breath, folks.
2 minutes to go in Austin. 2nd down and 4. LA up 20 to 13 over the Lone Stars. Back to pass, Long fires, incomplete and almost taken away. That was Scruggs over the middle of the field. Back to Miami.
From the 8, minute 43 and counting. Hand off to Voletsky, shoestring tackle there. Milwaukee calling their second timeout. Long dealing, near sideline, catch out of bounds. No, they called it incomplete. No, we need a booth review.
Oh man, I don't know. That looked like a catch on first glance. Here's another look at it. Oh, the second foot was out.
Yep, doesn't look like it. Oh,
3rd and 6, Miami, 1:38 to go. They're going to keep it on the ground, and Voletsky will not get there. Milwaukee will burn their final timeout, but they'll get another shot.
No more timeouts for Milwaukee. They'll get an opportunity. Meanwhile, Austin, they're not going to get that. It's thankfully they're not going to lose any timeouts. It's initiated by the booth, but that is one of those deals where you got to make that grab along that sideline, and just didn't have it. So now it's a 4th and 4. Crucial play here to keep this thing going for the Lone Stars. Long, gonna air it out deep, one-on-one coverage, and it is intercepted.
Wow. Marion Turner, and of all the people to get that pick, Jesse Long, that's twice. Just the only touchdown for Austin today was that bomb. And twice, Jesse Long just felt like that was his best shot. Marion Turner with the pick. Now, Milwaukee has no timeout. This is almost the most impossible situation in the UFL because you have no timeouts. The only way to stop the clock and get the reset is an incomplete or get out of bounds. And then Milwaukee hits the inside your own 40 first down thing that we've been dealing with all season long. But now Wiseman is going to get moving here on 2nd and 9, but he is sacked and bailed out by a face mask penalty on Miami. Then he'll put the ball at midfield.
Oh my goodness, you cannot bail them out like that. Miami is just giving Milwaukee so many opportunities here to win this football game, and Wiseman is just ecstatic.
And that first down glitch run it's all a wash now because it's 1st and 10 with 1:02 to go at midfield. Milwaukee down 4. They cannot stop the clock in the field of play. That pass is caught by Wright, pickup of 6. Now Austin needs a stop. This is Fowler. The Lone Stars are out of timeouts. Their backs are against the wall. It's 2nd down coming up for LA.
It's going to be tight for Austin to get the football back. Meanwhile, Milwaukee going no huddle, throws near sideline. Wiseman completes it, gets out of bounds, 39 seconds to go. Scorch Henderson.
5th catch, 355 passing yards for Milwaukee. They stop the clock and they get the reset at the Miami 28-yard line. 2nd down and 9, 1:35 to go. Austin needs a stop, and they won't get it. Fowler up the middle, and Los Angeles looks like they're going to hold on.
I can almost guarantee you that is not what the Aztec faithful had on their bingo cards tonight, but a win is a win, and it looks like, for all intents and purposes, Aztecs will be moving on to the semifinals. Wiseman throws near end zone, and it's a touchdown for the Stags. Unbelievable. Mike Churchill, he's not a human being.
He is a human being. Remember, he missed the block, and he gets the touchdown. 2 drives later as he punches 2 different Pirates into the end zone. Micah Steiner was there again in coverage. He pushed him in, a 28-yard score. The 8-seeded Milwaukee Stags may have just completed an epic comeback with no timeouts, but Miami, the Miami Pirates, the 4-time overtime champion Miami Pirates, have 3 timeouts and 33 seconds left to go and try to win or tie the game.
Oh, you're going to tempt them with a good time, Cameron Irvine. They already know. 33 seconds, all 3 timeouts. All we need is a field goal to go ahead and give the people some free extra football. Hold my beer, here it comes.
LA over Austin, 20-13 the final. Austin fought valiantly, but it looked like, Eric, they just weren't ready for the moment today. Los Angeles was.
No, agreed. And their defense played their hearts out. And that really is the only reason that the Lone Stars were able to keep themselves afloat for that long against that type of team in the LA Aztecs. Hats off to Austin. Great job. Certainly a worthy playoff team, but LA just a little bit too much for them today. Gave us a great ball game, certainly worthy of popping some popcorn and watching it, but it's probably going to be, I'd say maybe next year for Austin to kind of retool a little bit, maybe work on some things, and they'll be a little bit more ready for the moment. Meanwhile, LA, they've got their sights set on a second consecutive championship game appearance. They will move on to the semifinals. Crone, under 30 to go, gonna throw it, far sideline, chugging his feet. Timeout called. 23 seconds to go. 2 timeouts for Miami.
Yeah, they just got to get into field goal range. And, you know, right now the team that's licking their chops is Dallas, because if Miami falls, first off, it would be our first, well, technically our second road team to win, first favorite to fall in terms of spreads. But Miami, if they fall, Dallas would take on Milwaukee, and Dallas crushed Milwaukee a couple of months ago in prime time. They're licking their chops there, but Crone has other ideas. That pass is caught at the 47-yard line, so 18 seconds left. They only have 1 timeout, Eric. If it's in the field of play, it would be the last play before a potential field goal and or Hail Mary. What is Miami going to do? They just need to get probably inside maybe the 38 for a chance at a field goal.
We've seen them work the middle of the field all game long. We'll see if that's what they go to here. 18 seconds, 1 timeout. Crone, plenty of time. Got to get rid of it. Checks it down. Can't be tackled in the field of play. Boletsky going to go down, and that's going to be another gain of maybe 6 yards. They're going to burn the timeout. I don't know if they're going to be able to go for the field goal. It might be Hail Mary time.
Yeah, not from 64, I don't think Miami has overtime in the cards this time around. 27-24, 5 seconds left. The number 1 seeded Pirates, 11-5 this season, trying to avoid a massive UFL playoff upset with Tennessee, New York, Fresno, San Diego just minutes away. Rob Crone back to throw for the win. Crone going to the end zone. That is knocked away, and Milwaukee gets the upset, comes to Miami and defeats the Pirates. The Stags move on to the Eastern Conference semifinals.
Absolutely unbelievable. And you want to know something fun? Adam Wiseman in the chat said that Churchill was going to win the game for us. And sure enough, that is exactly what happens as we cue the outro here on our first block of wild card games. Unbelievable games from both of these locations. Austin put up a valiant fight against LA, but the Aztecs will be moving on. Meanwhile, Milwaukee with an upset of the century, upsetting number 1 seed in the Great East, Miami. They will move on to the semifinals.
We'll have a new link for the second block as Miami falls to Milwaukee 27-24. And Austin falls to Los Angeles 20-13. Eric Vincent and I will be right back as the UFL Playoffs Wild Card Week rolls on here on the Virtual Football Network.